Hey everybody, it's Dave, and I just want to give you a quick lesson with Linux. And we're going to go over some basic commands today and show how to also just navigate the directory, see your username, and also how you can create text files in a directory. And I'm going to show you something kind of neat. All right, let's get started. So basically, if you want to know who you are, just go, "Who am I?" all one word. I'm Dave. All right, so we're on the desktop, right? ls will list the files. So there's nothing here. I mean, you see a home folder and a trash folder. Um, so cd can be used to change directory, and that's going to come in handy here in a minute. But I want to just start by saying, well, we don't have any files here. So normally you just like right click or something like that. Or, you would create a document, create a file, something like that. Similar to Windows. This is Linux, by the way. And this is Ubuntu, and it's not purple. It's not the GNOME general typical Ubuntu environment. It's I believe it's XFCE or something like that. Yeah. So actually, I will do neofetch, and that'll do this cool thing where it shows the logo XFCE. Yeah. There we go. So all right, we'll clear that out and let's start. So you can just do touch and make a file. So I want to make cat.txt, which will represent like what a cat would say or do. All right, so we have our cat.txt file. Let's read it. So we're going to do cat, that's short for concatenate. It's a computer science term. Just basically means, combine a bunch of words or as they call them, strings together, a bunch of letters together, and it would just print the file. It's a fancy way of saying, show the file contents. So cat.text. Okay, there's nothing there. So we're going to go to Nano, which is one of the included text editors on Linux. I prefer, it's easier to use. There's VI and Vim. Those are more higher learning curve. Okay, so I am going to write, I am a cat. Whoops. And meow, 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 hiss, purr. I have 4 paws and a tail. I'm going to Control X. Do I want to save? Yes. Press enter to save as cat.txt. Now you can hit the up arrow to go back to the most recent commands and cat.txt. Here it is. I am a cat. Meow, 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 hiss, purr. I have 4 paws and a tail. All right. Well, I don't know about you, but I kind of like dogs too. So why don't we do touch dog.txt and nano dog.txt. Now, before I open the editor, see this is just a blank sheet, and this is a thumbnail. It's got like lines to resemble words on it. Isn't that cool? So, some of those nerdy attention to detail things I love about Linux. All right, so we're going to say, I am a dog. Woof, woof, bark, bow wow, growl. I also have 4 paws and a tail. All right, Control X, save, yes, enter. So we're gonna cat dog.txt. Ha ha ha. I am a dog. Woof woof. Bark bow wow growl. I also have 4 paws and a tail. There you go. Now, I don't know about you, but I like to keep my desktop fairly uncluttered, and this is kind of, well, starting to get a little disorganized in my opinion. So what we can do is there's makefile, or for a directory, or folder, as you would call in Windows, mkdir. I'm just going to call it random files. There it is. Boom. And list. We can cd to random files. Whoops. It's empty. Let's change that. So we're going to mv cat.text to random files. I got to cd space ... Okay, now we're gonna mv. I was inside the folder I wanted to move it to. That's why it didn't work. Cat.text random files. I could have just used the up arrow, but I'll just type it out again. All right, it disappeared, and now it's in random files. We'll see in a second. And same thing. Dog.text. cd random files ls. Boom, there we go. And then we can cat, and then cat dog.text. There we go. And everything's in the folder now. Looks a lot better. And if we click on it in the GUI, or the graphical user interface, boom, there we go. All right. And then if you want to clear your terminal, press clear, exit. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you learned a little bit about Linux. And if you want to switch to Linux from, like, say, Windows 10, which is entering its end of life, I would highly recommend it. I use both, but this is a virtual machine, VMware, which Broadcom's kind of a, people have opinions on that company. There's also VirtualBox. If you're on Mac, you can only use VirtualBox. I don't think VMware works. There's also Proxmox, which is more like for virtual servers, but this is a great way to learn Linux. As you can see, I'm still in Windows 11. So yeah, hope you learned something today, and thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. Have a good one.